What's up, guys? Want to just kind of finish up our blues lesson here, or at least in regards to our dominant seventh chord. So we've talked about the A dominant seventh chord in a previous lesson. I'll include that in the description. And then we talked about moving from the 1 to the 4 chord as well in another lesson. Now we're just going to put them all together. We're going to include that 5 chord. So if you haven't watched those other 2 videos, that's important information you're going to need to know. Basically what we're doing is we're just arpeggiating the chords. And that way we can find new notes to use while we're playing in our blues progression. And we're just talking about the standard 12-bar blues. So the 5 chord, if we're in A, is going to be an E dominant 7. Okay? And a good spot to practice, and I'm going to play, is just from the D, you just go up a whole step, and you got the same shape here. So make sure you have these shapes memorized, and you got to put some time in. And now a great exercise to start with is going to be just playing these arpeggios. Just go up and just play them with the progression. So you could do something like this. So we got A, and we could play quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. You kind of sound like a bass player here. Now you got the D. I'm just outlining these. So that's a basic exercise to get you started in playing the changes. That's basically what we're doing here. So when the A7 chord's happening, we're using these notes. Now, of course, you're going to want to use more than one octave. So you could practice with 2 octaves as well. It might sound something like this. 2, 3, 4. I definitely moved around a little bit. I was only playing the notes and the chords though. So I moved up an octave. I kind of got a little creative there with my changes. I wasn't always starting on the 1. You might start on the 1 a lot when you start these exercises, to build some confidence and to kind of hear the changes. But in general, this is just a really good way to play. Let me see if I can get a little bit of a loop going here. This microphone's kind of in my way. Keeps coming back at me. So let's see if I can do a little bit of a, see here. Now we go to the 4 chord. Back to the 1. I've got the 5 to 4 to 1. Now play these arpeggios just over these. There's the D. Back to the A. Now the E. D, A, D, back to A, there's that E, can always play that pentatonic. Back to the arpeggios. The E, D, there's that at the end there. I'm just playing a blues lick. So that's the nice thing about this way of playing, this way of thinking, is we're not getting rid of the way we used to play. We're adding on to that. So I'm assuming if you're into the blues and you're a guitar player, you know this blues pentatonic scale, and you've been playing that for a while, and if you're here, you're probably looking for new ideas. So these are ideas to add on to that. So if you can, maybe practice playing just the arpeggios for a long time, and then when you start playing the blues, maybe you start with your pentatonic, and then when you go to that D chord, check it out. Back to that pentatonic. I'll go to that A arpeggio. Ah. There's that. So you can, what happens is you start seeing these notes that are not in the pentatonic scale when those chords start changing, and you start grabbing those notes for extra color, more depth, and it's exciting when you're able to harmonize in different ways that are, that sound good. It keeps your playing fresh, and it's just a lot of fun. Now there's definitely work involved. If you don't know these arpeggios, take your time. Just go one octave at a time. Know the scale degrees, or at least start to process this information. It takes a little while. And you can even, this is how those solo guitar players play. See, there's no backing track here. You can still hear the changes. So yeah, take a look at that. Just kind of showing you what it sounds like when you play arpeggios, and then mixing that with your already, blues scale. So I hope this helps, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace out.